Hey there, we're Shannon and Jerry Arner, your hosts of the Arner Adventures podcast.
We're a minimalist couple driven by intentional living and adventure.
Burned out from the 24/7 grind of running our business, we traded the hustle and the bustle for something more meaningful.
We parted ways with most of our belongings and moved to the coast.
Listen along as we chat about life's challenges, share inspiring stories of those who have taken big leaps to live a life outside of the norm,
and help you live with more intention and less physical and mental clutter.
Each episode is a step toward doing and being just a little bit better for ourselves and the world around us.
Life's an adventure after all. Join us for the ride.
It's the Arner Adventures podcast.
Hello everyone, I'm Shannon.
And I'm Jerry.
And we are back for episode 166 of the Arner Adventures podcast.
Yeah, and if you were with us last week, you know this is the second in our series of journal prompts.
Yeah. This week, we are talking about journal prompts for anxiety. And if this is the first episode of this series that you've tuned into, just to recap, we are going to do 4 episodes. Last week was the first one. It was journal prompts for self-reflection. And we're going to have 4 in a series of different kinds of journal prompts that Jerry has put together because he's the expert of journaling. Mm-hmm. And we're going to just kind of walk through these because we get questions a lot about journaling and how it has helped mine and Jerry's, I guess our mental health journey, our self-love journey, or just our life journey.
All of those. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we've talked about how prompts have really helped us when you are trying to sort of gather the chaotic thoughts of what you're supposed to do with journaling. So we're just trying to make it a little bit easier for you. And we hope that this episode is helpful, or one of the 4 in the series are helpful.
Yeah, you can cast a pretty big net over the journaling concept, you know, and you can journal with just about anything. We're breaking it down to some specifics here and kind of giving you some ideas with our prompts.
Yeah, and the prompts and anything else that we mention as resources, of course, are located in the show notes. If you have any questions about anything, just let us know. But like we said, if you're struggling to start journaling to control some of the chaotic thoughts, our journal prompts for anxiety, we hope are going to be helpful for you. So grab a pen, paper, find a nice little quiet nook, however you want to do this. And, if you are driving or listening to us while you're walking or something, all of these are in the show notes, as we mentioned.
If you're anything like us and have a deep love for the ocean, you are a thalassophile.
Well, we've got something special for you. It's the Thalassophile Soy Candle from our collaboration with Southern Oak Artisan.
This hand-poured candle is crafted with the highest quality ingredients like all of Southern Oak Artisan's products. 100% natural soy and clean oils, completely free of toxins. You can enjoy the ambiance it creates without sacrificing your health.
I love that you said ambiance correctly.
Yeah, thank you.
The scent, it's like bringing a day at the sea right into your home. Perfect for all you ocean lovers out there.
Or should we say, thalassophiles.
But it's more than just a candle. Once it's finished burning, this adorable jar can be repurposed.
Head over to arneradventures.com/shop to get your Thalassophile soy candle and check out our other mindful wares.
And the best part, a portion of every purchase goes to support mental health advocacy groups, which you can read all about on our Mindful Wares page.
So light up your life, support a great cause, and bring a bit of the ocean's magic into your home with the Thalassophile soy candle.
Again, that's at arneradventures.com/shop. And now let's get back to the show.
Anxiety can feel pretty overwhelming, as most people know, at least to an extent. But journaling, I think, is one of the best tools out there for any kind of mental health related things. It offers a safe space to express your thoughts and find moments of peace.
Totally agree. Writing about your feelings, your experiences can also really help you hone in and gain clarity of what exactly is going on and help ease your mind.
So here we go. 5 great journal prompts for anxiety. They'll help you. These can help you stay mindful. They can help you focus on calm and self-awareness. A great tool, once again, for navigating moments of anxiety and stress.
Yeah, so let's go ahead with the first one. So the first prompt is to describe a place that you feel completely at ease, including the looks, the feel, using all of your senses in this. So when anxiety strikes, it can be helpful to visualize a place that brings you comfort, tranquility. This prompt really encourages you to vividly describe a safe place where you feel grounded, calm, using all 5 of your senses.
Yeah, that's pretty important. When imagining a place where you can feel at ease is to, and we do this thing with the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, where it's
Yeah.
what you see, what you hear. Can't remember the order exactly. Smell, of course, taste. You might not
And
be
touch.
eating anything, but touch. Yeah. So, and that's really helpful in one of the better grounding techniques as far as dealing with anxiety.
Totally agree. And as you're in this prompt, you'll start, really when it's the process of describing it in detail that really helps you gather. I keep saying hone in on, but it's like really dive into how it's affecting your state of mind.
Yeah. So number 2 of the 5, list 5 things that bring you peace and serenity. I feel like this is the kind of thing that kind of changes for me from week to week. I guess it depends on the mood, but it's a good thing to do, good place to take your mind and just think about, like people say, think nice thoughts, and it can help. The mind's a powerful thing. And yeah, you can it'll better train your mind to identify the things that help you relax, the places and the feelings you gravitate towards to get yourself to relax.
Yeah. So here you really want to make a list of the 5 things that help you gain a sense of peace and serenity. These can be activities, people, or just simple moments that help you feel centered. Oh, and I would just want to make sure that we do say there's no right or wrong to do this. Like, we're just sort of walking you through some examples, and these prompts are really helpful for Jerry and I, but there's no right or wrong. If you are in the middle of writing down the 5 things that bring you peace and serenity, and all of a sudden you start trailing off into something else, a place that you went to, and you start journaling about that, that's completely fine. That's kind of the point of this.
It is, and I think it's actually helpful because it kind of frees up your mind sometimes once you get writing to kind of go to places you might not have thought about, and it can be really helpful. And yeah, journaling is one of those things that, because it might seem imposing to people, like, oh, how do I do this? Or, when you sit down with a pen and a blank page and pen, sometimes like you're not feeling inspired. But I think people that really delve into journaling like to make a point that there's no rules to it, not punctuation, not anything, just write.
Yeah. Well, number 3, the third prompt is, what are your favorite parts of nature? Gosh, I feel like we've talked so much about how nature and being in the outdoors can be so healing and so helpful.
Yeah.
So, of course, nature can have a calming effect, especially when you're overwhelmed. That's why when we talk about when you're anxiety ridden, just getting outside.
Yeah.
But if you're journaling, this prompt invites you to think about the parts of nature that make you feel at ease, connected, whether it's the sound of waves, the beauty of a forest, the touch of the side of a tree. Like, imagining that, I can imagine feeling the side of a tree bark,
Yeah.
the warmth of the sun that comes to you outside, whatever it is about the part of nature, that's what this prompt is about.
Yeah, sure. Because nature can have a really calming effect, and I think everybody probably has their preferences. Like talking about this, I was thinking, I think water is any kind is what I really like. So with this prompt, yes, think about the part. Really, kind of take some time to think about the elements of nature, and then you'll think, wow, if you really get thinking about it, you'll start thinking nature's pretty complex, and you want to zone into the kind of things that you might like, all of it kind of, but I'm sure there's certain things that a person specifically likes more than others.
And maybe it will inspire you to actually then go and experience whatever it is that you're writing about.
Yeah, the water, the sun, the forest, whatever, the sounds crunching through leaves, the sounds of animals like birds chirping, and coyotes howling, and bobcats growling.
Oh, God. Then you're going to have anxiety again, so don't do that.
That's true. It could be self-defeating. So be careful about what nature things you get into. Number 4, what is something you're really good at doing? You focusing on your strengths can help reduce anxiety by boosting your confidence. The more confident you are, I think that helps with self-esteem, and then your anxiety can decrease.
Totally.
It's a complex cycle, but the more you get used to routines like this, the more you can help yourself. So take time once again after you're thinking about coyotes and birds, and reflect on things you do good. You might have gotten away from something and think, I was good at that. I should pick that back up.
And you also will, when you're writing about this, the things that you're really good at doing, you can also really think about how it makes you feel when you're engaging in this activity.
That's true.
And what skills or talents do you have that bring you pride? Like as you're going, okay, I'm really good at writing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what is it about that makes me feel really good about it? And let me think about times that gave me confidence while I was writing.
Right. And sometimes things like that can be difficult, and you maybe you hit a rut and you steer away from it. But the point is, sometimes if you work through the difficult parts of it and go, oh, I am kind of good at this, it will help you. I picked up a guitar again recently and thought, I've never been a bad guitar player, and I felt really good doing it. And thought, I gotta get back in routine with that again.
Yeah, I'm glad you did that. Well, the 5th journal prompt is, what do you do when you want to rest your mind? We've talked about this a lot too, how it is difficult to not do anything, but taking breaks and giving your mind a rest are crucial for your mental well-being, also your physical well-being. This prompt really helps you explore what activities help you relax and clear your head. So it could be meditation, it could be walk, or just taking a nap. We had a podcast episode recently on decision fatigue, and we talked about how important it is to just sometimes not make a decision and not keep your mind going all the time. Like it's going all the time anyway, but like just resting it. So what do you do when you want to rest your mind?
That's a good point. That's something I need to think about. So I don't really know what I do to rest my mind. But I try to meditate, but sometimes that's hard.
Yeah.
Because my mind is racing.
Yeah.
So think about what you do when you want to rest your mind for when you're feeling stressed or anxious. And kind of wrapping it up, activities that bring you peace and allow you to detach from overwhelming thoughts.
I think sometimes coloring,
Oh, you've done that before. That's pretty neat.
I have some adult coloring books, and I think just coloring really takes my mind off of it. I think,
adult coloring books sounds kind of X-rated.
It does. It's not. Because really you could take some kid coloring books and have the exact same feeling.
Yeah. It's just you're coloring. It doesn't matter.
I do have one that is a bunch of swear words, which is fun.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You can be SpongeBob or...
yeah. Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
That would actually bring me stress, but whatever. So anyway, those are the 5 prompts that we want to talk about, specifically geared towards working through your anxiety. Like we've said before, you can use any notebook, notepad, a digital platform. If you're just typing out in Google, Docs, whatever it is, just designate something completely just for journaling. And if you want to purchase a journal, we do have a link to some great ones that can help guide you through your journaling, or you can use these prompts and
you can do anything. Try to personalize it, maybe if you like to draw little pictures or stickers or something like that on it. I think is kind of neat for people. It kind of personalizes it. That's why sometimes you would think I would just get a little notebook, but sometimes people like to spend a little more money on something that looks kind of nice. I think it can be helpful for some people.
Makes it more ritualistic.
It does. And anything you can do to, like I said, personalize it is a good idea.
Yeah. So we hope that you stick around for the next 2 episodes that are in this series, and we will link to these in the show notes. And if there's anything else that you want us to address with journal prompts, or Jerry to create some journal prompts, let us know. He's really good at that. And we just hope that this keeps you inspired and motivated to continue your journaling journey.
If this episode resonated with you, or if you know of someone who would benefit from what we talked about, please share it with a friend.
It's a great way of supporting the podcast, and we really appreciate it.
Another way of supporting the pod is by leaving us a 5-star review or rating on the platform you are listening to us on.
And go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That also supports us. You can always find us, the show notes, and sponsors who support the podcast at arneradventures.com.
And until next time, enjoy the journey you're on. We're wishing you lots of adventures.
Bye-bye.